Hi, welcome to the next episode. And in this episode, we are going to talk about detailed application form. By now, obviously, you have submitted your detailed application form, but we will try to see how to read your DAF like a board member. So, this is the most important document of your interview, the detailed application form. And in for this interview, consider this as your personality blueprint. This is what they have in front of them, all the board members, and your first engagement or conversation starts mostly from the DAF itself. So, and the DAF which you have already written. So there is no the first thing that goes to them is that before even you enter, that the board members read your DAF. They discuss for 1 2 minutes within them. They notice the pattern, identify the strength, and kind of already are ready with the questions that they want to ask you. And they already have created a sense of, because they are experienced people, so they have already sensed your background. So they also have know that okay, staff se maine ye this is what is looking curious. I should be asking. So if I get a turn to ask, I'm going to ask by this. Hence, most of the time, your DAF is the prominent uh, document or basis on which your questions have come up. It is not just randomly come. So it is your DAF can trigger questions also. So hence you have to take control over this document and see that how you are able to deliver through whatever written in your DAF. So I would also like to highlight जैसे अगर आपको ये दस्तावेज उनके हाथ में है, how does the board reads your detailed application? तो फॉर यू द डैफ इज इंफॉर्मेशन आपने तो भर दिया, बट फॉर बोर्ड इट इज द साइकोलॉजी डॉक्यूमेंट. भाई क्यों भरा इसका ऐसा? So they read every line asking, what does this tell me about this person? What kind of decisions have they made? Are they balanced? सच बोल रहे हैं? Are they truthful? Are they stable? So whatever you have written in your DAF, even in that 4 5 lines of, they kind of try to judge your personality, clarity. They don't visualize your personality. जब आप सामने आओगे, then they try to validate it. The clarity, your consistency, and your maturity. So DAF immediately it's just like the moment they see the document, the blood report देखते ही डॉक्टर पहचान लेता है कि आप में क्या बीमारी है. DAF is that kind of a profile. The moment they see it, they realize okay, ये इसको ऐसा something is I need to know more on this one. I need to understand this. Let me have a conversation with them on this. So what they don't see, what DAF actually they see in themes basis. आपने line by line नहीं. So what see say the education, the moment say they read your education, see they your education style. Are you conceptual, practical, curious? क्या आपने पढ़ा है? क्या चीज आपने ग्रेजुएट किया है? Then if there is work experience written, then they see from the side कि आपकी responsibility क्या है? आपने कैसे टाइप का responsibility? At what level? What have you handled? क्या हुआ होगा? Why have you resigned? And what did you learn? Most of the time your work experience becomes the first intro talk about when you complete about yourself. वहां से फिर बात शुरू होती, बट आप ये काम करते थे, क्या हो गया, एंड ऑल दैट थिंग्स लाइक दैट. योर हॉबीज आर योर इमोशनल लाइफ. व्हाट गिव्स यू जॉय, व्हाट शोज योर ह्यूमन साइड. क्या आपको अच्छा लगता है अपने साथ जब आप बिताते समय अपने साथ. Then whatever you write, your state, home state, district shows your awareness. How much have you involved yourself that you claim that this is my home state? अगर ये आपका घर है, तो आपका आपके घर के बारे में तो आइडिया बहुत अच्छे तरीके से होना चाहिए. Your society, your economy, your culture, all these things. So the DAF reveals your patterns more than your details. Few things which DAF immediately one can see is like your year gaps, some frequent job changes if there are so many this thing, your scoring in your school and this thing. Hobbies which look like some created hobby. Some, statements which you have, the way you put your uh, accomplishments, the kind of statements you write. If there is any contradictions, or maybe whatever you written in optional or Hindi, whatever this thing, there is a mismatch, or some random thing which is like, which doesn't sound as an achievement, but you have written as an achievement. So these are not actually problem, but if you have written it over there, आपने कुछ भी लिख दिया as an information, they take it as a thing. So you have to own them. You, even if it is a gap, whatever is the reality, you have to own them. अगर आप own नहीं करेंगे, then you will, immediately that वो interview तक गया आप. So I would now try to help you how to decode your own DAF. तो आप अपना DAF पहले खुद एनालाइज करें बिफोर यू आप यहाँ से पूछ लें, चैट जीपीटी से पूछ लें कि इससे कर ले वैसा कर ले. फर्स्ट गो थ्रू योर सेल्फ and try to give time and understand why did I write this, why did I choose this, उस टाइम में क्या सिचुएशन था, what was the story which led me to do my schooling like this, my 10th like this, my 12th like this, or this subject in 12th, why did I choose science, why did I choose humanities, arts, or why was a commerce student, whatever. You see those actions. And what was your graduation, why did you do that, how did you do that, what did you learn, ये क्या बताता है मेरे बारे में, how, like all this thing can be asked, and this is what becomes your basic foundation of preparing for yourself. Get ready by using your own DAF, and you have to see that every connection has to give a, whatever you are going to represent a set of people and mindset, and that is what is important for civil services. That civil part is about that. So your answers, if you keep on thinking on that aspect, your answers will become more natural and more related to you, about you, rather than इसे कहीं से सीखा सीखा है. Next is, I would also want you to talk about or understand the strategic question mapping. Like कई बार क्या होता है कि आप कुछ ऐसे क्वेश्चन और ऐसे चीज आ जाते हैं which immediately surprises you. So every line is a potential question. You think like that. And for each DAF entry, prepare 5 smart questions. Like hobby, आपने reading लिख दी. So what do you read? Why do you read that? What did you recently read? How has reading shaped you? How does reading help in civil services? Who is your favorite author? All this kind of thing. So ये आपका आना चाहिए. And why somebody is your favorite author? Or maybe cricket होता है. The rules, history, famous player, recent tournament, adapt the future of sport, corruption in sport, impact of IPL on domestic cricket. Some behavioral would be like आपके डैप से कि tell me something when you led a team in your college festival. कई लोग लिखते हैं event management and things like that in their DAF. So आप अपने DAF को 3 एंगल से, you can test your DAF from 3 angles which the boards uses. One is your knowledge angle. जो आपने लिखा है the basics. Then attitude. What is your mindset and attitude? Are you humble, balanced, mature? Next is alignment. आप इस job के लिए, because this is about a career as a bureaucrat in the UPS, in the civil services, whether you suit for this career or not. So next is, अगर हम एक किताब, if you make a book of interview preparation के लिए, and where you can create questions for yourself. First एक aspect हो गया personality background, your family, your values or experiences. दूसरा हो गया education. Why this degree? What did it teach you? चौथा हो गया job experience. What are the responsibilities? A challenge you solved, a learning moment. पांचवा हो गया hobbies, real, deep, simple, whatever you have mentioned over there. Next हो गया your home, state, district. आप उसके current issues, उसके opportunities and our awareness about it. And then another is your service preference which you have mentioned in your DAF. इन सब के बारे में आप with what lies with your personality, why do you think इसका जो ओरिजिनल जेन्युइन चीजें हैं, थॉट्स हैं, why choosing before this, that helps you a lot. What are the DAF pitfalls, what not to do? कभी कभी क्या होता है कि यू माइट बी ए ग्रेट कैंडिडेट बट आपका हो नहीं रहा इस बार। हो क्यों नहीं रहा? तो पहली बात, आप ओवर रिहर्सल करने स्टार्ट कर देते हो, बहुत सारे मॉक्स दे दिया एंड यू बिकम रोबोटिक। एक्चुअली दैट इफ यू गिव लॉट ऑफ मॉक्स, जिस दिन जो एग्जाम है उस दिन आपका बेस्ट फॉर्म ही नहीं रहेगा, यू विल बी ऑलरेडी ड्रेन्ड आउट विथ योर एनर्जी, देन यू बिकम वेरी डिफेंसिव। कहीं कुछ गलती पकड़ लिया है किसी ने, तो उसको एक्सेप्ट करने के बजाय यू स्टार्ट फाइटिंग इट आउट। Yeah, I'm very open and it's a democratic speech against my democratic article speech, right to speech. I can talk like this. No, this is not the way to answer in a UPSC interview. Then hiding reality. अगर कहीं पे भी आपने कुछ छुपाया कभी, मतलब आप जैसे अभी अब एग्जाम मूवी एक चल रही थी 12th फेल, ही टॉक्स अबाउट इट, क्या हुआ है। देन योर टेक्स्ट बुक आंसर्स। तो अभी आप कहीं से नोटबुक, कहीं से कहीं कहीं किसी किसका पढ़ रहे हैं, तो lot of things becomes like somebody else's written, आपने सोचा नहीं उसको। So don't memorize speeches, don't be over emotional, don't defend everything, don't give idealistic answers, don't pretend something you are not। जो आप नहीं हो आप वो pretend बिल्कुल मत करो। You have to show how learnable you are, you do not pretend। अगर आपने ऐसा कुछ भी किया, आपका ये attempt गया, doesn't matter, you might be the best person on the earth, but उस मोमेंट में आपने क्या एस्पेक्ट दिखा दिया, that is what is going to be the perception about you by the board। UPSC wants authenticity, not perfection, so you have to be your own narrative। The DAF tells your story and you supply the clarity। So अगर हमका final takeaway is your DAF is your story in their hand, your job is to bring clarity, calmness, depth and honesty to it। In the next episode, we'll be talking about how to turn every DAF line into smart answers. And do subscribe and put your comments if you have any thoughts around it. But start learning. And this is about the personal mentorship program. If you want to be a part of it, you can fill in your form. The form is there in the description. So if you have to summarize, today we have to see that you do a psychology check of your DAF, read the entire storyline, identify the themes, and build your own question bank of the DAF. With this, we close today's episode. Thank you for watching. All the best for the interview.